All right, so we are talking Secret Layers today, and how much money have I actually spent on Secret Layers? I don't actually know. It's too much, probably. Thanks to Dragon Shield for sending over these sleeves and sponsoring the video. You can use my code MTGmetrics for 5% off at checkout, and the link's in the description below. Now we're going to roll the wheel to see who won sleeves from the last giveaway. And it's Shane66. I think you wanted the red sleeves, so congrats. I'm going to send those over to you. Just hit me on Discord or Twitter. Let me know the best way to reach you, and I'll get those sent over. Some of the Secret Layers I bought, I'm actively playing with and using because I love them. You know, we'll see how much I've spent in total, but we'll also see how much I'm kind of just holding and sealed. If I've sold some of them off, we'll see how much I've made doing that. A whole range of whatever I'm doing with Secret Layer. Yeah, let's get into it. First ever Secret Layer I purchased was the Super Shock bundle. I was just getting back into Magic, and I had a few Shock lands from back in the day, but I didn't actually have any viable playset of anything, and I was looking to play Modern, and I needed Shock, so I decided I'd go ahead and buy this. Spent around 130 bucks on it, and yeah, I got Shock lands for a pretty decent deal. Had I had the money, I probably would have bought 2 of these back in the day. But hey, at least we're getting Shocks reprinted right now, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, those are the first layers I ever bought. I think it was a great deal, and I'm using them to this day. No sealed of that. They're all in decks and getting used all around in my collection. The next one was the Phyrexian Praetors. I got one in foil and non-foil. This layer cratered. It's doing really poorly. I think the Praetors are finally coming back just a little bit, but it doesn't matter because I kind of opened it as well, so I just have single Praetors lying around. I think I sold a couple of these, a couple are in decks, some are just in a binder. It's kind of all over the place with this one. I wasn't really tracking anything back then. I just thought it would be a good deal to get the Praetors because they were so expensive, and then they all crashed. So, whoops, my bad. The other one I got in the Super Drop was the Jen Bartel special guest. I really liked just the look of this one. I was basically buying this to get the Archaeomancer. And yeah, could I have probably just gotten the single? Yeah, I don't use any of the other 3 cards in it. Those are just in a binder, but I love the Archaeomancers. Definitely still use that one. Next from the Out of Time Super Drop, I snagged just the Kamigawa Ink foil. I thought these looked gorgeous. I use a couple of them in decks. The others are sitting in binders because I don't play them yet. But if I ever have a deck that calls for them, I'm excited to have them. I'm not looking to sell them or anything. I just think they look awesome. I'm happy just to look at them in the binder if that's all I get to do with them. Next on the list was the Extra Life 2021. I thought this was super cute. I loved all the dopey little kid drawings. I think all the actual art ones, quote unquote, are just in the binders. I exclusively run the little sketch drawings from the children. I think they look hilarious. I also didn't have Crater Hoofs at the time, so it was a pretty solid deal for me to get Crater Hoofs. Those sit in a couple decks. I use the Muldrifter a bunch. I keep trying to jam Metalwork Colossus in decks, but I just don't know if it's super commander viable in the decks I'm trying to play, which is a bummer, but I like them all. I think they look hilarious, and it was supporting a good cause, so hey, yeah, happy I snagged those. After that, we've got the Secret Layer collab with Mischief, that strange art collective they did that collab with. I use a couple of I really wanted the Teferi's puzzle box, and at the time for my Modern deck I was running Blood Moons. I still kind of run Blood Moons sometimes. It was the hottest, probably still is the hottest looking Blood Moon. I love it, just the pure gold of it. It looks sick. I loved playing it. So I snagged 4 of these. 2 of them were for me, 2 were for a friend, and then we swapped a couple cards in between. But yeah, this was another layer that I was just excited to play with. So overall, this era, I'm just buying layers that I want to play cards with. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed these. Now comes one of the bigger orders that I spent on Secret Layers. It was Secretversary 2021, and Arcane had just come out a little bit ago, and I loved it. A bunch of friends loved it, so we all went in and we spent probably way too much money on Secret Layers. Foil Arcane, got a regular Arcane, got 5 of the Pixel Snowlands. These, most of my friends are nerds too. Obviously, we all play Magic together, duh. But we absolutely love the Pixel Snowlands. So I snagged 2, a buddy snagged 2, someone else snagged 1. We bought like 5 of these layers in total. Snagged 2 of the Heads I Win, Tails You Lose decks. My buddy opened his, so we played with it. And this is the first one I'm actually still holding sealed. I mean, I have plenty of others sealed. This was the first one. I've still got it. And yeah, it started my let's hold on to a bunch of these and see what happens. Next was the February 2022 Super Drop. Got a bunch of stuff from this one. Got introducing Kaido Suzuki. We got special guest Yuko Shimizu, Street Fighter. Those 3 I still have sealed up. Again, these are doing really, really poor. The Street Fighter's doing decently, but the other 2 are doing terribly. So, oh well with that. The other ones I got were littler walkers, which I'm using a few of those. Shades not included, which is just a basic land pack because I suck, but I really like the way they looked, so I put those in decks as well. They look really cool in my Megatron deck, so I like that. And then pictures of Floating World. Again, I thought these were super pretty. They're in a few of my decks. So, yeah, the ones that I like spec'd on. The ones that I'm holding did terribly. The ones that I'm playing with I think are doing fine, but I don't care because they're in my decks and I like looking at them. After this was the June Super Drop, and I just bought a Kellogg's Loops foil, which I immediately put in the deck. I should have bought more of these, but I absolutely adore it. I think they look great. They're going for, like, I think the Mystic Remora is going for like $50 or like 45, $50. So that's crazy. I really like this layer. It looks great. I also bought the Tokyo lands ones. Again, I'm a sucker for like nice, clean looking lands. So I love this one. Those are in a bunch of decks as well, and I really like them. Then came the August 22 Super Drop, and I got one of my favorite artists, Niels Ham, and I got Imaginary Friends mostly for my Illusions deck. Yeah, I just bought these two. Again, nothing spec'd on here. Probably should have spec'd on the Niels Ham one because it had a sweet sword in it, but I just really like the art, and I wanted to play with all these pieces, so they're just in decks. Then we had a really quick turnaround. We had an October Super Drop and another layer that I should have bought just a ton of. The special guest Yoji Shinkawa. If you don't know, he did the Metal Gear art, which I am a huge fan of. And I only bought one layer of this, and I should have bought 5. It's in a deck. I love playing with them, but yeah, this one's gone absolutely insane, and I should have bought a lot more of it. Then we have the December 22 drop, and I probably went a little harder on this than I should have. I probably should have just gotten singles, but I got, personally, just the Meaning of Life layer. I got again, another Japanese-esque land pack because I just love buying those. I got the Just Add Milk because I thought the flip cards were super cool, but I ended up not playing with those at all, and those are just sitting in a binder. Kind of a bummer. It was a neat concept, but yeah, I just don't use them at all. The Transformers layer I enjoyed. I play with the Transformers card. They're in my Megatron deck. Absolutely love that. Love that I get to play with them. It's super funny to me. Again, nothing I'm holding on to from this layer. Most of 2022 was just me buying stuff I wanted to play with. Winter Super Drop 2023, and I got the 90s binder experience, mostly for my wife. She really liked that whole Legally Distinct Lisa Frank style, so I got her the Ren and Seri out of that. It was super hilarious looking, but yeah, it was mostly for her. Then I got the City Styles foil, which is absolutely gorgeous. Again, should have bought a lot more of them, just got the one to play with. Oops, oh well. But they look great. I absolutely love playing with the Massacre Girl and all the other cards that are in this one. And then I got the Draw Your Hand foil. I just thought this would look really nice in foil. Cracked this one. Most of it sits in binders. Oh well. But it's really cool looking layer. I just haven't really found a use for a lot of the cards in this one. Cute to Brute. I got 2 of these, only holding one because I sold the other one to a buddy. He gave me like $170 for it. It was just a friend, so I didn't feel too bad about it. It was a decent deal, so yeah, I still kind of made some money on it, so not a big deal. And I've still got this one hanging out, so I can do with what I want. Then we had hot off the heels of the D&D movie, we had the D&D Lair. It was mechanically unique, so I figured I'd snag one of these. Also, I just really liked the movie. I thought it was super fun to watch. I enjoyed it. My wife loved it too, which is really awesome because she usually hates all the D&D stuff, so that was cool. I really like it. The cards are fun. I have them I have a whole D&D deck that's like this 5-color amalgamation modular thing that I love playing. They're all in that deck, and I love seeing them when I see them. Next up, we have Spring Super Drop 2023, and I snagged both the showcased of March of the Machines 1 and 3. I didn't have Nyx Bloom Ancient. I didn't have like the World Tree and a Walking Ballista at that time, and those were really cool treatments for those, and I needed the cards, so I was like, okay, cool. So I'll snag the layers of those. And then I also got Rebecca Gay. I got 2 of them. One I'm playing with. This one is doing okay. Not good, not great. So yeah, just continuing to hold on to it, see what happens. Pretty quickly after that, they gave us another commander deck. This is the Angels. They're cooler but just like us deck, and should have bought 2 of these, only got the one. Still holding on to it because yeah, it's doing really, really well, and I don't really have a desire to play an Angel deck because we've got like 4 in our play group, so yeah. Next after that, I've got a Princess Bride foil layer that I've just pieced out. I use bits of it as I can. I love the movie, so I was happy to buy and open that and play as I needed it. And then the other one I got was, again, hey, they did another Pixel Land, so I bought another Pixel Land because I think they look gorgeous, so that's what's happening. Then I finally learned my lesson and bought two of something I thought was cool. This is the Through the Wormhole Galaxy foils. This one's doing crazy. The other one I opened and I'm using. It's in my pet deck and I absolutely love it. They're gorgeous. So yeah, glad I have a second copy of this one because it's going insane. Next one I bought was the Doctor Who Regeneration one. I don't like Doctor Who, but it was an outside IP, which was new-ish at the time and mechanically unique. So I snagged one of those and I actually sold it at Vegas. Bought it for like $40, sold it for 90 to a store. Yeah, it was decent profit there. Nothing crazy. Then, oh boy, it's Commander deck time again. Raining Cats and Dogs. I got two of these ones. I sold the other one for like $250. Still holding on to this one just because I need a little more space in the boxes that I have to hold this because I do have a finite amount of space to store this stuff. Yeah, it's doing great. Who would have thought Cats and Dogs popular? Then I snagged a Sheldon Spellbook. I may open this one still. Just left it sealed because there wasn't anything in here that I was like super crazy about playing. But you know, it was a good cause to support. So yeah, I just snagged it regardless, you know, of what I was gonna do with it later. Equinox Super Drop 2024. I actually snagged the bundle. I really like the tarot card Arcane Signets or the Animus, so I snagged one of those to play with. I also liked the featuring Phoebe Wall. I thought that was super cute, and I also needed a Fairy Artisan. I know it's not an expensive card, but I thought this one was cool, so I wanted to play with it. And then finally, I got Artist Series Ravina Kai. This one was freaking weird, but the dioramas kind of grew on me. I run this Aura Shards in my Ren and Seri deck, and the other stuff sits in the binder, but that's okay. I only really got it because the bundle was like a decent deal. Otherwise, I would have just gotten the singles for that. Didn't buy anything to hold, just those were the ones that I wanted to play with. Next was the first Miku Lair, and this one was pretty crazy. I snagged two of those. Still have those in boxes. One was in Japanese and the other in English. The Japanese one was for science, and the science did not pay out. This was definitely not worth snagging just to get the stuff in English. That's what really moves. The first one's doing really well, and the Japanese one, not so much. Next up, we've got the second Miku Lair, and I also snagged the Assassin's Creed Da Vinci Designs. I just thought the Designs one looked cool. The next ones are Monty Python Volume 1 and Volume 2. I bought a bunch of these. I bought 4 of these. I bought 2 of each, Volume 1 and 2. I opened them, and they're in my various decks, and I sold off another copy of 1 and 2. I sold them for like 50, bought them for 30, so yeah, not too bad right there. Next up, we've got the third Miku Lair and Peach Momoko. I thought this art looked great, so I snagged a second copy of it. I'm playing with one of them. This is not doing, it's doing okay, but it's not doing gangbusters like Through the Wormhole. Third and the fourth one aren't doing great, but you know, as I said, I was going to buy all 4 of them for science, and yeah, it's definitely just going to sit and be science for me. After that, I've got one of each of the Marvel Lairs. I've got another Iron Man and Captain America open because I'm playing with those. These, I just thought they were going to do well. They're not. They're doing not that well because they printed a ton of this and people really went out and bought all of them. It was still terrible trying to actually buy these between all the scalpers in the bot, but I did get my hands on them, and yeah, they're not doing great on the secondary market. So if I have friends that really like a character, at some point this probably will just be a gift to them, and that's fun. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind if that's the way this goes, but I have them sealed just in case. After that, we've got 20 Ways to Win. It's another Commander deck. This is the last one I bought because I thought the quality of cards in these were kind of going downhill. Plus, the price went up to $199, and I didn't want to pay that for the most recent one. Even this one I thought was a little hefty at $150. It is what it is. I snagged it. It's doing mid, but it's not doing nearly as bad as the other one, which hasn't sold out, or maybe it just sold out, but I don't think it's sold out yet. Final Miku Lair. Snagged that one. It's doing terribly. Out of the Super Drop, I also got City Styles 2 and Jesper Ising. I love the art in both of these. I got 2 of them, so I'm playing with one set of these. This is the set I'm holding on to. They're doing fine. The Cities isn't doing nearly as well as Cities 1, which is a bummer for me, but it's not that big a deal. There's some great cards in this, and they look absolutely stunning. So yeah, it's either going to be turned into more Secret Lairs or turned into a gift. Either way, I'll be happy. I also snagged the Arcade Racers Lair, which is doing terribly, but I have it open because I'm playing with it because I love the way the arcade stuff looked. I think it was super sweet. Next up, we've got a Chaos Vault one. It was a really quick one, sold out in the day. It was Cats Are Better Than Dogs and Dogs Are Better Than Cats. I've got a Cats one opened, and I've got a dog and a cat here as well, sealed. This one's actually doing really well because I don't think they made a ton of it, or just people really like cats and dogs, which I don't blame them. I do too. That's why I snagged these. They're doing great. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Then we had the meme itself incarnate. We got the SpongeBob Lairs. I've still got SpongeBob in here. I got the Garden Buds, which I think just sold out, and I got this one in March, so yikes, that didn't do so hot. And then a Deadeye promo, which isn't worth anything, but it's still in there. Yeah, I just bought the SpongeBob ones because I thought it'd be cute if I ever want to build a SpongeBob style deck. I have them. Oh, I also bought the lands. I bought 2 of each of the land packs. I thought they'd just be hilarious to run in constructed play. I've been counterspelled by the Mimi counterspell at an RCQ. It was hilarious. I loved every second of it. So yeah, I got the SpongeBob stuff. Then we had that Chaos Vault Deadpool one. That one dropped super quick and sold out pretty quick as well. I've got one open. I've got another one I'm holding. Yeah, Deadpool's huge. It's a crazy character. The art on it is pretty fun. It's all Deadpool stuff. I'm a little burned out on Deadpool just in terms of Ryan Reynolds in the movies, but that's a me thing. I am excited to play with this at some point. I've just seen so many Deadpool decks and stuff that I don't want to build it just yet, but I think in a year or two, I think I might want to do that, and it'll be fun. Then we had one of the more recent Lairs. It was Adventures of the Little Witch. I didn't buy it when it went on sale. I wasn't super into it. I waited until the super drop hit, and then I bought a non-foil version of it, along with 2 Vrooms and an Everything is on Fire. I think those are both still available, which is crazy. But I bought them for my Modern Prowess deck, and they look really sick in it, so I don't care. You know, I just bought it for style points. Then we had Secret Lair, all the Final Fantasy ones. I opened a Weapons and a Grimoire to play with, and I've got one of each in the foils still. That was a tough layer to get a hold of. Glad I was able to do that, as well as secure some for my buds. I'm going to hold on to these for a while, because I think the Final Fantasy hype isn't going away anytime soon, and yeah, I think these are just going to keep going up. Final Lair, Sonic the Hedgehog. I opened Sonic the Hedgehog stuff. I opened a couple Sonic ones. I really wanted the shoes, and I wanted all the characters, so I opened that stuff. I'm playing with a couple of those. Actually pulled a Chaos Emerald, which was exciting for me, even though it's super cool, and it is playable, so that's nice. I didn't have a Lotus Petal. It's also it seems like it's one of the cheaper secret pulls out of the bonus sheet, so it is what it is. I'm still really pumped that I pulled it. I'm holding 2 other Friends and Foes. I thought this was going to do really well, and it hasn't at all. So gifts. Those are probably just going to be gifts. Final stuff I got the Galaxy foils for Alien Auroras and featuring Deathburger. I thought these looked great. Well, at least I thought they were going to look great. The Galaxy foils for the Alien Auroras actually looks really bad. I was disappointed with the one I opened, and that just seems to be the case. They did something with the ink layer so that the Galaxy foil really doesn't show up super great. And that's a bummer. That's the reason I spent an extra $20 on these. Not pleased with that at all. Yeah, no, I'm just not pleased with that at all. I bought these 2 because I thought the Galaxy foils were going to do well, and I think I'm going to get burned on them. So, yeah, they'll probably just be gifts again. Hooray. Literally all the secret layers that I have playing with and also have sealed, it's quite a bit. So, looking at total numbers, I've spent about $2,000. Oh, geez, I've spent about open secret layers that I'm playing with. I don't feel too bad about that. It's been over a few years. And I love looking at them. They're in my decks. I've come to terms with it. I spent $2,000 on open secret layers. I've spent another $2,000 on all the secret layers that are still sealed. If you look at TCG Player, they're worth about $4,000. Not that you could get $4,000 for them between fees and listing, or if you sell to a store, whatever it may be. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy in my blissful ignorance that they are worth $4,000, which is a pretty solid rate of return. Obviously, they take up plenty of space. So diversify if this is something that you're doing. Definitely don't put all your money in secret layers, especially nowadays. They seem to have dialed in their printing a lot better now. I don't think people are making nearly as much on, a lot of the good rates are on a lot of the older secret layers I have, not so much on the new stuff. All that being said, I've also sold off like 4 or 5 layers. All in all, I've sold about $700 worth of secret layers, which was a solid chunk of change. Definitely got me through most of Vegas. I really didn't have to spend a dime there. Everything just came off the back of secret layer, so that was really nice. Anyways, this was mostly just to be transparent and kind of take a deep dive into the amount of money that I've spent on secret layers, how they're doing. I think they're doing pretty decently. I think I'm going to be a lot more particular with how I pick and choose secret layers moving forward, just because they do have it dialed in. I don't need to race to buy everything. As we see, the store does not sell out nearly as bad as it used to, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. Me spending less money on this means I have more money to spend it on other things. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Let me know in the comments how much you guys are spending on secret lairs. Are you all in? Are you maxing out your cards every time? Are you going and printing off every card and proxying it because you don't care at all about WotC's bottom line, which is fine. I don't care. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.